So here we are at the Book Trust stand. One of the big issues of the book fair this year is children's publishing and how we encourage more children and young people to read. So joining me now is Viv Bird, CEO of the Book Trust. Hi Viv, thank you very much for coming on the Book Channel. So how is the Book Trust involved in encouraging children to read?
As a charity, Book Trust is absolutely committed to promoting a love of books for people of all ages and cultures, and promoting access and confidence about books and the written word. So we work through many programs, national programs that give free books to children, but we also promote books to people of all ages. And at the London Book Fair this year, we were delighted to have been asked to programme the children's seminars and events. So we put on a really rich selection of seminars, as well as also highlighting our own seminars with some of the particular topics we want to raise, which we feel are very important for the industry. One of our programmes, a very important programme, is the Book Start programme, which gives free books to children up to the age of 3. And we're very keen through those programmes that no child misses out. And of course, disabled children have their particular challenges about accessing books. And we've been very keen to work with publishers to see how we can ensure that those images of disabled children, whether it's a child wearing glasses, in a wheelchair or wearing a hearing aid, very small changes to illustration, but actually make a huge difference to children's perception of looking for disabled children in children's publishing.
I did this story, but there's no word in the text about this boy having any kind of problem whatsoever. You just know him by his name, Ben. And the story goes through following... Can we get the next picture, please? Here's Ben here, laying down, watching a seal pup being born, and his grandfather is here behind him, keeping an eye on him. Now beside him is his crutch. Now there's no mention in the story that he has any kind of disability. So it just needs to be reminded that this is possible, and it should become then second nature. But I am conscious of looking like you're being, as you said, goody-goody about it and putting it in as a joking thing. It has to come naturally, and it can only come naturally if you keep doing it over and over.
I was very keen that the fairies should have a hearing aid, mainly because I came to this seminar last year and I saw some pictures of children with hearing aids. So the original entries, I don't think had a hearing aid, but if you look very, very, very closely, you can probably see a little blue hearing aid. And I think in this picture, I think that's just an enlargement. You can see she's got a little tiny hearing aid. And I think that's lovely for, not so much for hearing children, they might not even notice it, or they might think it's an earring or something, but for deaf children, children who wear a hearing aid, it's really nice. And this is something I learnt at the seminar last year as well. It's lovely to see in a children's picture book, oh, that's what I've got, you know. So there she is with her little hearing aid.
And humour's also important, isn't it?
Of course, you know, these are stressful times for everybody. When has it not been a stressful time? And humour is a great way for children in particular to take time out and relax, away from exams, thinking about the sorts of books they can just sit down and relax to. And there's some great children's authors out there who are really making children laugh, and sometimes people think, oh, funny books are not as important as the serious stuff of learning to read and developing skills. But actually, you can develop your skills through all sorts of ways, reading skills. And if a child finds a book that they really find funny, they're going to read it again and again and again.
Because lots of my books are not really set in the real world. They're about elephants and octopuses and bizarre creatures like that. But having heard and seen the touchy-feely books earlier on, I'm absolutely desperate to do an older touchy-feely book with smelly armpits. I think that is absolutely right up my street. So I'm going to go away and think on that.
And of course, at the teenage stage of life, it's quite a challenge, isn't it, to get them engaging with books where probably they're the happiest with social media.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, where Book Trust is absolutely accepts that we're working with technology, there are wonderful opportunities through social networking. We're very much involved with all ranges of social networking, through tweeting, through MySpace, through Facebook. We want to find any way we can to get young people thinking about books, looking and exploring the sorts of writing that can really get them excited about reading. So using technology, thinking about ways that teenagers can get involved in books is really important. So we run the Teenage Prize, but we also run the Booked Up scheme, which is about giving children a choice at the age of 11 to find a book that they want to read. And we make sure that those books are also available and they're talked about through technology, through the website, so that can be that recognising that teenagers and children, many children, are interacting and engaging with technology in a very easy way. So they're reading a book, then they're looking up something of interest on a website, they're looking at the social networking, commenting about those books, then they're perhaps going back to read the book as well. So we want to make that interchange, working with technology, as easy as possible, recognising that this is the way of the future.
Viv, thank you very much for joining us today on the Book Channel.